Today, they are putting the finishing touches on the first portion of the stimulus package. Also, why this week is going to be incredibly important when it comes to a fourth stimulus check, possibly even monthly recurring payments, or possibly even those permanent raises to monthly benefits like we've been talking about for so long right here on the channel. And lastly, why did a group of representatives stay at the Capitol over the last few days here, and what is their mission? All of that to be covered in this video, so let's get right into it. Welcome everyone, thanks again for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and I am back every single day as your daily advocate, as your daily voice, and ultimately keeping you updated with everything going on right now as things are changing very, very rapidly. In fact, over the last few days here, I've been saying, you've got to make sure you're subscribed because things are changing so fast right now. I've literally been picking and choosing the last few days here what to actually share in my videos because there's so much to talk about. So, as you know, I am back every single day, not only to keep you updated, but to do anything we possibly can to reach out to Congress to continue to remind them we need a fourth stimulus check at an absolute minimum until they can implement permanent raises to benefits like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, and ultimately just get more relief for low-income individuals. So if you like the sound of that, if you fall into those categories, I am here for you. I'm your one-stop shop, this channel right here. I do all the research and I bring it to you in these short videos each and every day. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's talk through this. So yes, the Senate is actually in session today, which is kind of a rare session. Typically, they're not in session on days like this, but they are there once again working today because guess why? They didn't finish their work yesterday. So I feel like, well, if you don't finish your work, you kind of got to work the next day, right? So I don't feel so bad for them one bit at all. But here's the thing. They are putting the finishing touches on this first portion of this stimulus package. This was actually supposed to be done yesterday. The reason it's so important is because they want to put the finishing touches on this thing so they can bring it to the floor and open it up for amendments, and then they can start voting on those amendments. Well, they can't really start voting on amendments until they have the official text of the bill, right? So they're kind of just waiting around, twiddling their thumbs. Now, here's the thing. They are hoping that they will get it today so that they can open up the floor and discussion for amendments on this thing. If it doesn't happen to start happening today, then they'll have to push it out until tomorrow. Now, this bill is actually a very, very long one, 2,500 pages as of the research that I found. That's a long, long bill. In fact, just out of reference though, stimulus package number 2, that one was 5,500 pages. So, I mean, just to put it into context, these are long, long bills. That's a lot to read. I don't know who would want to read that, but yeah. Anyway, so here's the thing. Well, we know this so much. We know this so far. The Senate is already going to be missing their first week of vacation because they were so delayed on getting this thing rolled out. So here's the thing. They're supposed to be leaving next weekend on vacation. Well, guess what? They're not. They have to stay for one more week because they didn't get their work done. So once again, I don't really feel that bad. I don't know about you, but I just feel like, you know, you guys kind of drag your feet all too much, and then you have to stay. So, you know, just what happens. It's kind of what happens with the work, right? So, anyway, it's good. So, hopefully we will get this thing moving here and that they can open up the floor for amendments, and then they will vote on this thing. If it doesn't happen later today, it'll happen tomorrow. Good stuff. Now, here's the thing. Yesterday evening, late, Chuck Schumer was out in a statement, and he said after we get done with this bill, which should be either today or tomorrow, when they get done with this, they will be opening it up for the budget reconciliation bill. Now, that is why this week is going to be so incredibly important, because here's the thing. This next reconciliation bill is going to be the big one, the big kahuna, right? The head honcho, the behemoth, the colossal, the whatever else you want to say, right? The big one. It's going to be the big, big bill, $3.5 trillion. And that is the one that we are calling a goodie bag, simply because it's going to have all kinds of different provisions within it. Possibly that fourth stimulus check, possibly monthly recurring payments, possibly reform to Social Security, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA, possibly raises to benefits. There's all kinds of things in there. Expansion of Medicare, lowering the eligibility age, including dental, hearing, and vision. There's so much in this package, extending out the child tax credits for a few more years or even permanently. There's so much in this package. That is why this is so important. And here's another thing too. we've had multiple different progressives, AOC and Pramila Jayapal, as well as so many others that are coming out saying we can't have one without the other. So basically what they're saying is this first portion of the package that they are working on right here, right now, today, is going to be very influential when it comes to this next big package. So what they're saying is we're not going to vote on the first one, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, unless we get the reconciliation bill side by side. They need to run on basically two tracks parallel to each other. So that's going to be like the key right there, is because otherwise we might have a little bit of a hard time moving forward with this reconciliation bill. But if they hold the other one and say, yeah, we're not going to move forward with it until we get the reconciliation, then it will prompt other people, other members throughout Congress to support it as well. So good stuff. It's going to be very busy again this week. Literally this last week here was so busy. There was so much going on right here. It's just like, okay, I find like 10 different things. It's like, okay, let's boil this down into like 4 different things that I can talk about in my videos. Of course, I bring you the most important and what are most relevant to all of you right here on the channel. But yeah. And again, too, once they open it up, this reconciliation bill, once they start the process on that, it's going to be all eyes on this $3.5 trillion package. At that point, we should be getting a lot more details as to what is in it. We were supposed to be getting these details like 3 weeks ago, but the problem is we can't really focus on the big package yet until we get this first one out of the way. It's like a big roadblock in the way. Dude, get out of the way. You know what I mean? We have to get this first one out of the way first before we can move on to the next one. That's why we haven't really heard a whole lot about this reconciliation bill, is because they want to get this first one out of the way first. That is top priority right now. Get that one out of the way. And then once it's out of the way and cleared, gone out of the Senate, moves over to the House, then boom, we can open it up and start talking about this other bigger bill going forward. And that's going to be the gravy bill, right? The gravy train, the cream of the crop, right? What are some other fun sayings? I don't know. You know what I mean, though. That's going to be the good one, right? All right, so I will keep you posted on that for sure as we continue to move forward. Let's quickly talk about why a group of representatives stayed back at the Capitol all weekend and why they actually apparently slept outside. I'm kind of questioning that. Did they really sleep outside? I doubt it. I'm just saying. I don't think they slept outside, but I don't know. I wasn't there, so I wasn't a witness. Just saying. But anyway, they stayed back at the weekend over the weekend because the House, as we know, on Friday, the House ditched. They left for 7 weeks. Yes, can you believe it? Their vacation is 7 weeks long. So anyway, the House left and a handful of representatives stayed back over the weekend because the eviction moratorium was left to expire. Now, this is a sad situation. Now, of course, it's kind of funny. It's funny in that way that's like not funny. You know what I mean? It's not really funny, but it's kind of like a coincidence. I've been seeing so many different things out right now, all these articles and statements and all kinds of different things coming out saying, we need to urgently get all that $43 billion out to tenants and landlords. I just feel like, where have you guys been for the last 6 months? Seriously, where have you been? This money has been there this whole time. Why is it so urgent immediately when it's expiring like yesterday to all of a sudden get the money out? It's like, do you guys not think? Like, seriously, do you people not think at all? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think when I was thinking of all these people over there. It's like, what's going on? Seriously, the money's been laying there for so long. They've been sitting on their hands doing nothing with it. And now all of a sudden, it's like, hurry up, let's get it out the door. Well, why couldn't we be doing this over the last few months here? Get everybody going. Now everybody's stressed out, and there's millions of people potentially facing eviction right now. It's like a little too late in some cases. I don't know. It's just frustrating that they didn't think of this maybe, 2 months ago when the money was already appropriated and they had it right there at their disposal and they could have just sent it out to everybody who needed it. But yet, here we are. The expiration has gone and it's like, we need to get the money out the door now. Are they going to start walking around to houses and handing them people bundles of cash? I hope they do. That'd be great. But I highly doubt it. How else can they do it? So either way, just, once again, a kind of a very inefficient system as far as what they're doing. But yeah, the whole eviction thing is just a really unfortunate situation. They kind of just milk the clock out to the very end, and then literally 36 hours before it expired, they're like, okay, we got to do something right now. Well, hello, did nobody know that it was coming? I'm pretty sure all of us have been talking about this for like months now, that it's expiring, and we should probably get some kind of a long-term solution cooking here. So anyway, If you're in that situation, again, I'm truly feeling for you. I hope that you're staying safe right now. I hope that your landlord is being maybe a little bit reasonable and letting you stay and just hoping that you can like figure things out right now. I mean, honestly, I don't know what the solution is. It's a tough situation. It'd be nice if they just opened up the floodgates and just opened up the eligibility for all that $43 billion to go out to people, right? Actually, one of the reports that I was looking at said that there's $21 billion in past due rent. Okay, well, we have $43 billion available, so what's the problem here, right? Get it out, pay the $21 billion, and maybe pay like some future rents for a few months. Get people going for a little while. Let people get back on their feet for a while. You know, pay maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months of their rent for, use up all the money is basically what I'm saying. Pay all the past due and then just burn up the rest of the money by paying future rents for people for a while. I don't know, just an easy solution. The money's already there. Let's just spend it. Let's get it out the door already. So, wow. Anyway, as far as the eviction thing's going, as of right now, as of this recording, I was just looking again, and I haven't seen anything as far as some kind of long-term solution. There's still a lot of people making a lot of statements about it, but I haven't seen anything as far as some kind of emergency situation going on. So this week is probably going to be packed as far as filings for evictions. Scary stuff. So you would imagine that they would probably do something, right? I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of people that do, but yet there's no action being taken. So anyway, I'll keep you updated with all this stuff going on. Thank you so much for your support. Make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Share this or go back and share any of my other videos with your friends, family, social media. We have a lot of good stuff here on the channel. Just remember, I'm here as your voice, I'm here as your daily advocate, and I'm here to help out in any way that I possibly can. Thanks again. See you in the next video.